Hello? Very good, very good. Put the phone here. Welcome! How are you? Hopefully feeling great, powerful, energetic, inspired, motivated, and the whole package of good stuff and the positive stuff. This is Ali Alradhi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, our second episode, we are going to discuss myths and misconceptions about IELTS. So without any further ado, let's get started. Welcome again. I prepared a few questions for you and we're gonna have the questions here so that we can discuss them together and to see how the students thinking and what the people say about IELTS and this and that. So we're gonna discuss them together. We have the first myth, ladies and gentlemen. The first one goes like this. I don't need to take IELTS preparation courses. I can prepare myself. Now, about preparing for IELTS. If you prepared yourself, there is no problem. It's absolutely fine. But the thing is this, most of the students, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the ability to sit down for 8 weeks and prepare and study for IELTS. So it's preferable for everybody to go on courses. Moreover, you need strategies to tackle and to approach the 4 sections of IELTS. That's why it's preferable, it's better if you go to a particular course and try to prepare for IELTS. 8 weeks are perfect, by the way, and that's actually what we are doing in Just English. Question number 2. I can only take the test once. There is no such thing. This test, you can take it as much as you want, but the only issue is this, the fees of it. So right now, if you go on www.ielts.org, you're going to find the booking prices in Turkey, 1,400 Turkish liras. So the fees are high, but there is no problem. You can take it as much as you want to achieve your goal, to achieve your dream band in IELTS. So there is no such thing. Another question we have. Let's go. To get my desired IELTS score, I must be ready to do as many IELTS practice tests as possible. Come on. It doesn't matter if you're taking all the practice tests of IELTS. If you take all the sample tests of IELTS, there is no progress. If you are taking 6.5 and you are trying to get 7 by taking all the sample tests, that's not going to help you. What helps you the most is the strategies and the skills that you need to understand. And in the same time, practice. Earlier today, I sent a message to my IELTS and I told them, don't just practice. Even better, don't practice. Unless when you practice, you come back and you reflect upon your answers that you did. Are your answers correct, incorrect? If they are incorrect, then this is a problem that I have. For example, in grammar, perhaps you have a problem in articles. Maybe you have a problem with conjunctions or so on. So if you knew what is your problem, fixing it, correcting it would be not a problem for you. So that's what you need. You don't have to take all the sample tests. Jumping up to another question. This question goes like this. I need to speak with a Western accent to pass the speaking tests. Absolutely, utterly not true. I am one of the instructors who believe, when I start to work, I believe that accent is important. Then I realized it's not. It doesn't matter what's your accent. American, Liverpool, UK accent, it doesn't matter. The only thing it matters in IELTS speaking is clarity. If you are clear with your words that you are pronouncing, especially when you are wearing a mask, enunciating is very important. And if you're doing so, and the examiner hear what are you saying clearly, there is no problem. Accent is not important. Trust me. Another question. The most essential component of the IELTS test is the speaking part. This is far away from the truth. It is not. I'll tell you why. In case overall you want band 8, so which means 4 sections, 4 of them, listening, reading, writing and speaking, your band needs to be 7 or above 7 so that the overall gets 8, which means all sections of IELTS are as important as the others. All of them equally important. All of them equally essential. So there is no section needs from you to work more harder to prove yourself. All of them equally important. Keep that in mind. And we have another question. Quality matters more than speed. Yeah. Quality matters more than speed. I agree and disagree. Well, I agree to some extent, let's say. Because again, quality is very important, but at the same time, one of the skills that we need to have in IELTS is time management. And we know that listening takes 40 minutes. We know reading takes 1 hour. We know writing takes 1 hour. We know the task in writing, 2 tasks, each takes 20, the other 40 minutes. We know the speaking takes 11 to 40 minutes. Time management in IELTS is very important. Quality as well, important, but time management should be under your consideration because it is important. You need to have that. Another myth. I need a score of 7 to pass the IELTS test. This is one of the mistakes that students believe, and especially new students when they are applying for IELTS. They think that IELTS is a test you can pass or fail in. No, it is not. IELTS, exactly how I explained on our first episode, an exam which tests your English proficiency. So it's not about failing or passing. If you fail, which means by failing getting a lower band, let's say 4 or 3, which means you need to work on your English. If you worked, let's say 6 months and you went back to take IELTS, you might get 7, you might get 8. There is no such thing as failing and passing. It's all about the band that you want to achieve for a specific purpose. We've been through that actually. Another question. It's more of a statement, to be honest. Some students believe that when I'm going in the room with the examiner and I'm doing speaking, they believe that they cannot ask the examiner anything. They believe that the question that is being asked by the examiner needs to be answered, and that's it. You need to be more comfortable with that. It's a conversation. It's not interrogation. Okay? It's a conversation. It's not interrogation. Which means he's not going to just kill you and put questions for you and just waiting for an answer. It's more like a conversation. So if you didn't understand a question, you could ask them very politely, very nicely, please would you repeat the question? Say again, I couldn't understand, could you repeat it please? If there is a word which you didn't understand in the question, it's very easy. You can ask the examiner, could you explain to me what does this word mean? There is no harm, and those all questions from the student to the examiner, there is no problem. It will not lower your score. It will not affect your band in IELTS. Keep that in mind. This is also I get a lot from our students. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the full episode about myths and misconceptions. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be seeing you in another episode or perhaps another vlog. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like and share. See ya.